Hey everyone, my name is Eric Hopkins, aka JEL, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, in some of my previous videos, I've been discussing a little bit how Marvel Studios is kind of restructuring things over there at Disney, and we're talking about how they've been kind of talking about scaling back a little bit and doing less movies and less TV series per year. So now we've got a little bit more clarity about what we could possibly be expecting from the MCU going forward for the next year or so, with some updated release dates for their upcoming Disney Plus television shows. We've got a few of those here, so let's check them out here. Apparently, Agatha All Along is the name of the Agatha Harkness television show, the spinoff from WandaVision. We've had a few titles, of course, for Agatha all along over the last course of last year or so, leading up into the show. Now, a lot of people were speculating that the MCU has had no idea what they're going to call all this, so they kept changing the titles. But apparently, it was part of the gimmick overall. Obviously, because the whole song of Agatha in the WandaVision show, it was based along the fact that she was pulling the strings the entire time and kind of manipulating things. So it sounds like the MCU, if they were not planning on releasing it like this and they were just changing the titles due to the fact that they couldn't figure out what they wanted to call it, they're at least leaning into it a little bit, have a little fun with it. But it could have been the plan all the way through the whole thing, and this could have been part of the plan all along. Hence the show's name. But that obviously a lot of people are also speculating that these titles could be episode titles for the series as well. So if that's the case, it makes perfect sense why the MCU would be kind of releasing these titles slowly but surely here, just to kind of again, go into the marketing of this show that's going to be coming out apparently now on September 18th, 2024. We'll be getting Agatha All Along. So we'll finally be getting this series. It's kind of been shot for a while now, so I'm looking forward to see what they do with the character and the witchcraft side of the MCU, which could easily tie into some of the stuff with Doctor Strange and things like that and the sorcery and stuff. So I'm interested to see where they go with it. We also got an update on Daredevil Born Again. We now have the official release month, at least, of March 2025. It'll be coming early next year, in between Captain America Brave New World and Thunderbolts in theaters. So I really like the idea that we're getting Charlie Cox back as Daredevil, coming back, reprising his role from the Netflix series. And of course, he was in Spider-Man No Way Home and She-Hulk and things like that in the MCU. It was also announced that Daredevil Born Again will also be 9 episodes long. They originally announced it was going to be 18 episodes when they originally announced the series, but apparently they've updated it. They've kind of truncated it and kind of, trimmed out some of the fat and some of the stuff that the original reports were that Daredevil was not even going to appear in costume in 4 episodes originally. So if that was the case, I'm glad that the fact that they've decided to trim the fat and kind of make it more streamlined here, and it would probably make for a better series. So I'm perfectly fine with cutting the series in half if that's what it takes. 9 episodes is a good length for a good show, especially if they're somewhere between 45 minutes long or whatnot per week. I'm perfectly fine with it. I know some people want more like an hour-long episodic run here, but I think it'll be just fine. We also got an updated logo for the show. With the obviously we had I guess it was like a Disney upfront event that they've been kind of releasing all this information probably for investors and things like that, letting them know what's going to be coming to the streaming service in the next year or so after that. So it makes a lot of sense for all this news to be coming out. We also got an update on the Ironheart series for Riri Williams. Obviously, that series has been kind of in the can now for a couple years at this point. It was supposed to release this year, got pushed back, and now it sounds like we're going to be officially getting it in 2025. I imagine probably in the fall, probably around September, kind of like when they're releasing Agatha All Along. So it makes sense to kind of like space these out just a little bit, have a couple series a year. Like this year, we had X-Men 97 will probably be, even though I don't necessarily consider the animation stuff will probably be part of this slow rollout of the new projects, with only having 2 series a year and 3 movies or so. I think the animation stuff will kind of be on its own. But we had Echo this year, and we're also getting Agatha Harkness this year. So that's 2 live action series, and we're getting some animated stuff as well with 1 movie with Deadpool and Wolverine. We also got the updated logo for Ironheart as well. So again, I'm just happy to see that we're finally going to be getting this series, since it's already been in the can for a while here. We've not seen her on any other projects since Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So it was a good introduction to the character, but I want to see it kind of expand more into the Iron Man lore a little bit. Her picking up the reins after Tony Stark. Maybe we can get some Rhodes in this, Rhodey as War Machine, possibly leading into Armor Wars, and maybe we'll even get a Tony Stark AI in the suit as she had in the comics. That could very well be a thing. And of course, now we've got a little bit more of a picture of where the MCU will be going in 2025 after only having 1 movie this year and a couple series and some animated stuff. As I said, we'll probably be getting more animation things in 2025 2025 as well, possibly X-Men 97 season 2, What If season 3. We could be getting, I think they're working on a Black Panther animated show. Marvel Zombies is also something they're working on. So we're going to be getting animation outside of the normal release schedule here. But for 2025, it sounds like we're getting 4 movies still. It sounds like that's still confirmed, unless they end up pushing Blade into 2026. That is a big possibility. We could be getting 3 movies and 2 series, as Bob Iger, the head of or the CEO over there at Disney, has mentioned that they could be scaling back, and this is probably going to be the start of it. But if not, 2025 may be the last year we get 4 movies a year leading into 2026, where it probably be truncated to 2 to 3 and then 2 series. But we'll be getting Captain America: Brave New World. Then we'll, again, it's kind of like an alternating thing a little bit here. Then you got Daredevil: Born Again coming up in the spring. Thunderbolts in May of 2025. Fantastic Four, I believe, is in July of 2025. Then Ironheart probably somewhere in September, and I believe Blade right now is set for November of that year. So it would be a good way of spacing it out through the entire year. So this is kind of the idea that the MCU and Disney has of kind of, spreading it out a little bit, giving everything a little bit room to breathe. So it makes a lot of sense to me that they'll be going down this route. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing. And at least we have an idea where they're going now for next year. After 2025, it's still a little bit shaky right now. They're probably still trying to figure out all the plans. They probably got the plan already, but they have not announced it to the general public yet. So whenever they do that, I'll definitely be bringing that to you right here on the channel. And we'll be talking about the MCU slate leading into Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars, or whatever it might be coming up down the line here. And we could also still be getting a Spider-Man movie in 2025, maybe at the end of the year or something. So again, they could possibly potentially push Blade a little bit out into 2026 to make room for the new Tom Holland Spider-Man. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens there. And we'll still be getting Sony Marvel stuff, and we'll also be getting some DC stuff as well. I mean, I've been doing some videos on the channel about Superman coming out in 2025, and I just put up a video for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, just got a release date in 2026. So the comic book genre is not dying, everybody. The MCU and the DCU is going to be sticking around for a while. Again, it's not so much that there's Marvel or DC or superhero fatigue, it's that we've just got fatigue of bad movies. So give us good quality films and TV series, and we'll definitely check them out. But what do you guys think? Are you guys looking forward to the upcoming Disney Plus, Marvel Studios, Marvel television shows that'll be coming out on the platform here in the next year or so? Comment below. Let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until my next video, guys, take care and God bless.